Chances are you saw it on social media, a post from Le Cordon Bleu Paris welcoming their first student from Guam, 23-year-old Selah Chong. That post being reshared many times by proud family, friends, and the island community. Humbled by the love and support, Chong says it was quite the journey to get to this point.
So I graduated, I got accepted to Seattle U. I went there for about 6 months and then COVID happened.
She moved back to Guam because of the uncertainty of the pandemic. Doing classes online at 3:30 in the morning up until 7:30 because of the time difference made it difficult. So she decided to attend the University of Guam, where she majored in nursing. But she found that it was something she wasn't really passionate about.
And then I switched to marketing. While I was in marketing, I actually had a at-home cake business. It was called Just Baked Guam. It was just run by Instagram where you could just order everything on there and then I would make it.
It was then when she realized that she should focus on honing on her baking skills. Through all this, the thought of attending Le Cordon Bleu Paris was on her mind. However, to be absolutely sure it was a career she wanted to pursue, she enrolled at the Guam Community College's culinary program, majoring in culinary and food service management. She graduated in May of this year, and then would head over to Paris shortly after. According to Chong, the journey to Le Cordon Bleu did have some bumps and roadblocks, especially when it came to obtaining a visa.
And since there's no embassy here, I was calling everybody here, anyone that you could think of.
She reached out to Le Cordon Bleu, who in turn contacted the embassy in Manila if they could assist.
They said that I could do it as a rare occasion. And then when I got there, it was very hectic as well.
Despite the hurdles, she persevered, and after a 2-week wait in Manila, she got her visa and was ready to go. So what kept her going?
I knew I wanted to go to school. I was manifesting it for 2 years, and I wasn't gonna let a visa stop me. So I knew I was gonna get it somehow, some way.
Wrapping up her first semester at Le Cordon Bleu, she is back briefly for the holidays. Her first meal back?
I went to McDonald's and I got a local deluxe, so.
Truly a girl from Guam. In Paris, she says when she was settling in, she was able to track down some cans of Spam, much to her delight. And Chong says her time at GCC and at the Hyatt Regency Guam really helped her when she arrived at the school in Paris.
Especially when we are in our practical kitchen, we have to present like a tart or some cake at 10:30 a.m. So knowing how to organize your time wisely is like a pretty big thing, and doing so at GCC really prepped me for that. Also, like a lot of the techniques I was able to do a lot because I worked at the Hyatt in the pastry department, and Chef Mina and Chef Miracle, they were like the best chefs ever. So along with Chef Paul and Chef Bertrand.
At Le Cordon Bleu until 2025, with a view of the Eiffel Tower from her balcony and the opportunity to soak up all that is Paris, including the wonderful food, she knows none of it would have been possible without her parents.
They're the reasons why I was able to even start at Seattle U, go to Harvest, or even go to GCC and then go to Le Cordon Bleu. Like, they are the reasons why I'm like able to have this whole pathway. So I'm very, very thankful.
And also,
Mrs. Shragi, she is the reason why I was even introduced to the culinary in GCC, the culinary program at GCC. She was like the first phone call I had at GCC, and she was just so excited that there was another person that wanted to be in culinary, right? And so then she was telling me everything about it, like what to do. She's like a really big mentor in my life up till now. Like, she also read through my Le Cordon Bleu essay to get into the school. I'd also like to thank Miss Chef Kennelyn. She always approved all of my credits at GCC to be over the full time so that I could graduate really fast so that I could go to Le Cordon Bleu.
And with a thriving culinary program and talent bursting at the seams here on island, what piece of advice would she offer?
If you manifest it enough and if you dream it enough, I think it can really work, because as long as you have your mind set to it, then all the decisions that you make will dictate that to that end goal, right? From point A to point B.
Joan Aguon Charfauros, KM News.